Medication can cause my tinnitus? Have you ever started a new medication and then you started to notice ringing in your ears? And you're wondering, is this connected? Unfortunately, this is very possible. Some medication can cause tinnitus, make your existing tinnitus worse, or even cause balance problems. In some cases temporarily, but in some cases permanently. In this video, I will explain exactly how this happens. I'll also explain who is at risk and what you can do if you think that your meds are linked to your tinnitus. I will also share with you a true client story of how changing one medication reduced her tinnitus significantly. My name is Guy and I'm a hearing health and tinnitus coach. I've been managing severe hearing loss and severe tinnitus for 15 plus years now. For the past few years, I've been applying all my knowledge and all my experience to help other tinnitus sufferers. Ototoxic simply means toxic to the ear. These drugs can literally damage the inner ear's hearing or balance system. This damage can sometimes be temporary or reversible, but in other cases, this is permanent damage. The inner ear contains delicate hair cells in the cochlea for hearing, of the vestibular system for balance. Ototoxic medication can harm either one of those systems or both. In a moment, I'm going to show you the medication categories most often involved, and you might be surprised by one that is sitting in your medicine cabinet right now. Not all side effects are equal. For example, certain antibiotics or chemotherapy drugs carry much higher risk of permanent hearing damage. Others, like pain relievers, usually cause temporary effects that will resolve themselves once you stop taking this medication. The risk goes higher with higher dosage, longer use, kidney problems, older age, and combining different ototoxic medication at once. You can read online stories of people that started to have tinnitus or their tinnitus got much worse after they took some medication. One of my own clients started to have tinnitus after a course of antibiotics. Another client I have has been taking antidepressant for years. It turns out that the specific medication he was taking was causing his tinnitus to be worse. With his doctor's guidance, he switched to a different medication, and within a couple of weeks, his symptoms significantly subsided. So let's talk about the most common categories, and I'll explain exactly why each one of them can affect your ears. YouTube doesn't allow me to attach images to the comments. So on screen now you will see a full list of these medications and the level of risk they carry with them. You can pause the video if you would like to review the entire list, but it's still a lot to take on as a screenshot. So what I'm going to do, if you want a clearer, much better breakdown of all these medication, I posted the full list and all the details on my free tinnitus community. You will find a link in the description below. On my community, you will also find other people just like us that are on their own tinnitus relief journey. I also shared many other resources for relaxation techniques, sound therapy, and so on. So the top categories to be aware of are the following. Pain and fever relievers. These include high-dosage aspirin, ibuprofen, naproxen, and so on. Usually, they are only a risk at high dosage or prolonged use. Aminoglycoside antibiotics. An example is gentamicin. These can actually cause permanent hearing loss and tinnitus, especially with longer courses. Platinum-based chemotherapy drugs. Examples are cisplatin and carboplatin. These require careful hearing monitoring. Antimalarials. With these, the longer the course, the higher the risk. Now you might be thinking, great, but what am I to do if I'm already taking one of these? Let's talk about this right now. So what you can do. First is review your current medication list. Make sure that you understand what each of them does and why you are taking it. As we get older, we tend to take more medications. So make sure that you know why you're taking each one of them, what it does, and why you need it. When the provider is prescribing a new medication for you, Ask them, is this medication known to be ototoxic? If they don't know or you're not sure, research that or check against my list. And if the provider confirms that there is ototoxic risk, ask them if there's an alternative that you can use. Before you start any high-risk medication, request to do a baseline hearing test. This way, if there are any changes in your hearing, you can catch it early. Make sure to report any new abnormal symptoms. Don't wait to see if something is going to go away by itself. You know what they say, better safe than sorry. It's better to contact your provider and ask a question than have your hearing damaged. In the context of prescribed medication, always work with your doctor before you stop or start medication. And here's why this matters. Catching an ototoxic reaction early can really mean the difference between short-term spike to permanent damage. If you want one-on-one help reviewing your situation, including medication, and creating an effective and personalized relief plan for you, I'm here to help. In the video description below, you will find a link where you can schedule a free strategy session with me that works for you as well. If you just learned that your tinnitus might be linked to a medication, or if you still don't know what is your tinnitus type, your next question is, what now? How can I get the most effective treatment for me? So watch that video here. It will help you figuring out the most effective relief plan for you. And if you want to avoid the most common mistake that keep people stuck, watch this video here that covers the most common tinnitus mistakes. I'll see you in these videos.